Terminals might look scary. It might feel like it is lot to learn, but actually terminals will help you a lot in terms of your coding workflow. So the thing with terminals are why they actually are preferred by lots of good programmers is that terminal helps you to make your workflow faster. Yeah, there are so many IDEs which has lots of amazing features. By just clicking one button, the code will run and you will get the output and all those things. I know about all those things. I use also them. But the thing with terminal is running something on terminal feels like you are actually running something natively on wherever the production server lies. Maybe you are running some Node.js server. So instead of using some kind of tool to run the Node.js server using graphical user interface, it's always preferred that you need to use the command line to run it. And most of the time, npm and node is usually worked in terminal only. But there are some languages like Python and Java and all those things which people like to use it in graphical user interface. And whenever they move on to Node.js or npm ecosystem, they'll be like, why should I use terminal? Can't I use some kind of tool which will run the code immediately after I execute it? Yeah, these are the quite common questions asked by even pro people who come from different background to the web development. And also as a beginner, you might have this doubt saying, why should I use terminal? Like, why should I write some kind of weird command in order to navigate between the folders, create files, or maybe even to run some server or something like that? The thing with user interface or graphical user interface is it feels really good to use them, like just moving your mouse and clicking on something. It feels really good, right? And you see something run. Yeah, it feels really good, but it is actually slow if you compare to terminals. So any kind of terminal, maybe Linux or maybe even Windows terminal or even your Mac OS terminal. The thing with the terminals are, once you understand what you exactly want to do, opening up terminal and immediately typing out some command and pressing enter is always better, and it's fastest thing you can do in your workflow. But if you're just beginner, you might feel like, okay, graphical user interface might feel good, because why should I learn terminal basics in order to understand how to run one server or how to get some kind of log in your program? But over a period of time, graphical user interface will make sure you do everything slowly compared to the features which terminal provides you. And you might think like there are so many technologies out there in Apple computers, even in Windows, using which you can create some workflow with shortcuts, maybe opening up Docker, maybe opening up some server, or maybe opening up some file in some application. All these things are some graphical user interface feature which they provide so that you don't have to use terminal. The thing with all these tools are they are not specifically designed for programmers. For programmers, it's always preferred that you use terminal and you use some kind of automation. There is bash scripting where you can write some frequent commands, and immediately if you execute that file, all those commands will run and will give you the output of whatever you wanted to do with that particular program. It's good for automation, and even Windows terminal also have it. Moreover, all the dev tools are available mostly for terminal users only. And yeah, there are some things which might be available in graphical user interface, but most of the time you have to install some kind of package in your system. Then you have to run some kind of command using which you will be able to debug that particular program. And all these dev tools are specifically designed for command line usage, and that's why you need to know at least basics of terminal so that you can use all these dev tools and take the benefit of whatever the feature they provide. So I would highly recommend you to get started with terminal. Don't go for some complex things. Just try to understand how does terminal works, and how can you navigate between the folders, and how can you execute some program also, and learn that using terminal will make sure your workflow is faster. Whatever the workflow you might be using, maybe Python, maybe PHP, maybe even JavaScript or Java, whatever it might be, learning terminal basics will help you to make sure your workflow is so much faster, and I would highly recommend you do that. So that's it for this video, guys, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for getting more videos like this, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.